Hello everyone and welcome back to Fixing Fire Emblem Maps, the series where I take the bad maps you suggest and do my best to fix them. Thanks for the great reception on the first video, by the way. It's definitely motivated me to continue this series. So with that out of the way, let's get into it. In the last video I got 2 comments requesting Chapter 5X from the Sacred Stones. And from what I can gather, people's problem with this map is that it's just really boring. You just go around feeding experience to Ephraim by killing weak enemies with no sense of danger at all. Well, for this map I decided to make things a bit more interesting. What, did you think I'd only be making maps easier in this series? With that, let's get into the construction of the map. So, before the chapter starts, Ephraim's group comments on how they're low on supplies, so I added 2 more chests containing a Knight's Crest and a Speedwing in rooms that were previously empty and were really just a waste of space on the map. So, Ephraim's group has a chance of getting more items. I also added a door to the beginning of the map so you don't have to walk up and down the entire hallway. Now, here's where the interesting part comes in. In exchange for adding more treasure, I added a sort of hard time limit. On turn 12, Walter will spawn in the water area on the bottom left side of the map. I decided to have him spawn in the water so the player couldn't block him, and because it lets him access the throne room quickly since it leads right into it, making use of previously wasted map space. And if he reaches you, you're pretty much a goner. There are also 2 waves of Cavalier reinforcements that come in before him. I did this in an effort to make the map more exciting, because you have to scramble to get all the treasure you want before you face certain death. And I wanted to evoke a feeling of stress similar to how it feels when Galzus is chasing you down in Thracia. It also makes sense in the context of the story anyways, since this whole thing is a trap set up by Walter. I also made the 2 pillars next to the throne's staircases to give Ephraim a plot-convenient excuse as to how he escaped, compared to just running away from 50 million Draco Knights. And just like that, presto! A recreation of 5X with small alterations that I think will make the map more fun. With all that said, let's get into playing it. Since Orson is a beast, I had him clear the top half of the map so he could get the 2 door keys that are in that general direction. I had enemies that weren't near the throne room have these keys, so you actually had a reason to go to those parts of the map. While Orson was dealing with that, I had Ephraim and his calves take on the initial treasure room. Orson is easily able to accomplish his part since he's such a beast even against enemies with hard mode stats, but Ephraim and his crew struggle a bit to get their half done. And after that, I had Orson and the calves scout for some treasure while Ephraim tried to clear the throne room. However, things got spicy once the reinforcements showed up since I didn't want them to pick off Ephraim while he was dealing with the boss. My cavaliers were also pretty wounded at this point, so I wanted to exit quickly. Luckily, I was able to defeat the boss 1 turn before Walter would have reached the throne room. But because I was rushing to clear the map, I completely forgot to have Orson grab the Knight's Crest even though he was in its room. There was nothing that could be done about it at that point though, so I had Ephraim make his gracious exit. So, in the end I think I succeeded in making the map more exciting while also making it make more sense within the plot itself. You can download the map in the description if you want to try it for yourself, and leave your own thoughts on it if you want to. And remember to comment what maps you want to see in the next episode, and like and subscribe if you want more of this series. With that all being said, see you next time!